welcome everyone to Ames, Iowa, home of Iowa State, and these Cyclones have been looking to gather strength all morning long. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Iowa State Cyclones. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Iowa State Cyclones offense takes the field. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Beck. And this sophomore's going to learn you can't force that type of pass. Very lucky to get it back. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, going up top. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He's got great speed. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Wildcats offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had...
Going downfield for the big play. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Beck. Quickly complete. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. The Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Trying to find his man on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Open.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. Grab behind the line, it's Brown. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Here's the handoff. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. A 3rd and long coming up here. Johnson looking to throw. Coming after him. Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And the Wildcats line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
All right, offensively, you're not having a lot of success right now running this thing to the perimeter. The defense was there. They were ready for that. You made one guy miss. They still got you for a TFL. You might have to think about getting back to running between the tackles now.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. End zone. Touchdown, Kansas State.
And what did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Quarterback on the keeper. Makes it past the marker. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They move the tight end all over. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And the Cyclones are moving quickly down the field.
Third down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those first downs.
Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. To the air. It's Beck. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
Holding, offense.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Here on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Cyclones will punt this one away.
Number 8, on to kick it away.
A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Keep it on the ground. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Giddens. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Johnson wants to throw it. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. It gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Now improvising. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Going to the ground. Spins away from the defense. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Field goal is good. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. And the Cyclones will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. After the filthy move, he's got room. He's going to get loose. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The offense starts with a short field. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Off play action on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Keeps it going. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. He tried to get it on his own. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. After making 1 field goal, he'll need a little distance on. This one a 40-yard try coming. Splits the uprights, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
You want to talk about leg talent? That kid just made that kick 40-plus yards into the wind. That's incredible.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Looking for a block. It's Lockett. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think
He uncorks one deep. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Wildcats! And once he got loose, it was all over. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Pulling and finds his man on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Stuck with a running game on first down, now here they come again. From the gun, running back on the move. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Pass on the way, it's picked off. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Kansas State! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Back to throw, it's Beck. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Gets it out fast. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. And the ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive, but the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
Throws to the wideout. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. He's going to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Higgins. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Cyclones have moved it inside the 20. They'll throw it on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Dropping back, it's Beck. He's got an open man. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll try to get the first through the air. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Splits the uprights. Good. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise we saw just that in the first half today. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far, and you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Complete to start this drive. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in their gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Runs through the tackle. And to use that stiff arm as a sledgehammer to bludgeon his way to a few extra yards. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Looking to throw for it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, this defense knew they had to get off to a fast start here in the second half. They're trailing by a bunch of points right now on the scoreboard. They needed to make something positive happen early, and on the very first drive, they get a sack on 3rd down, looking to get the ball back to their offense here.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Doug.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And the Cyclones with the 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you can...
What a snag by the defense. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Offense set on 1st down. Looking for a gap. It's Giddens. He breaks a tackle. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. This Kansas State offense is moving quickly down the field. They'll go back to the ground, fighting off the defender. He now has 85 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Johnson looking to throw. Fires toward the target. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the pummeling has started. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over and move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Hand off from the shotgun. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. The Cyclones send out the punt unit.
Number 8 in punt formation to kick it away.
Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for them.
Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's complete to the right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Johnson wants to throw it. Using his feet to buy time. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up 1st and goal.
Man, these plays are just so demoralizing for defenses. You did a good job. You got him in a 3rd and predictable situation. What does he do? Finds a way out of it, makes a big play. Now he's set up 1st and goal. Forget that play. Now let's hold him to a field goal.
It's incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. You get the ball that close, you cannot put it in harm's way. Pocket starts to go, and it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Fast motion from the offense. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Touchdown, Kansas State! And the beatdown has ensued.
Kansas State.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Jackson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Throwing right. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Scanning the field, it's Beck. Works the middle of the field. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. New set of downs after that completion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. A strike downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. And the Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Feeling some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The Cyclones will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Iowa State, 10.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Line is set on 3rd down. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Jackson. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They're bringing heat. Got his man on the right. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. Second down coming up. Back to throw. It's Beck. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over. Offense getting set for first down. Quarterback checking off. They'll try the run. Running with power. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Kansas State will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Iowa State sending the offense back out. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, did he set his offense up at the 30.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They want that clock to run. Can't get him to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal?
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back. That'll be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Trying to get to it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. Ball is dropped, incomplete, and that will do it for this one. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.